Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Today I'm making a video to show anyone who's thinking about participating in online gambling to stay as far away from online gambling as humanly possible. This is from someone coming from someone who has lost tens of thousands of dollars in this one game in particular in the last year or so. So this game is called Dice Duel. It's played with two different colored dice, which are rolled into that little table thingy, and there are different things to bet on as a result of the dice. So yeah, we got here top row. You could bet on red dice to win. You could bet on blue dice to win, and you pretty much double your money. Or you could bet on a draw, which $1 brings you $5.70. The chances of red dice or blue dice winning are pretty much like 1 in 3, and the chance of a draw, I think statistically, is like 1 in every 7, if I'm not mistaken. And then here, you could just bet on what dice color you think is what dice you think is going to come. Just that specific dice. Like you could bet on red dice, red 1 to come. You could bet on red 2 to come. You could bet on 1 blue to come, 2 blue to come, vice versa, etc. And down here at the bottom, you could bet it on the exact combination of that time, meaning, how boom, just blue 6 and red 5 just came. So you'll pick blue 6 and red 5, and $1 will bring you $34. So yeah, once again, these are your safer bets. To bet on red dice or blue dice winning, like I said, your chances are 1 in 3. A draw is like 1 in 7. To bet on one of these, your chances are like 1 in 6, because of course there are 6 different numbers on each dice. Same for red or blue, of course. And here I have no idea what your chances are, but it's very slim. And then here's some of a few other betting options. And these are all 50% chances. You could bet on red to be odd, blue to be odd. You can bet on red dice to be even, blue dice to be even. Or you can bet on red dice to be 1, 2, or 3, or 4, 5, or 6. Same thing with these. And all these are a 50% chance, because there are 6 numbers, 1 through 6. So it's 3 odd numbers and it's 3 even numbers. And it's 1, 2, 3 would be here, and 4, 5, 6 would be here. So all these are 50% chances. Pretty much your safest bet on this game. So please excuse my broke phone, my cracked screen. My last time playing this game before making this video, I lost in very online casino fashion, and my anger got the best of me, and my phone received the best of my anger. So yeah, we'll start off with the first thing that's kind of questionable is the manner in which the dice are rolled. If you play craps, imagine rolling a dice on the crap table. While they're rolling, they're going to roll, to different numbers, until they rest. But here, they shake the dice up in this cup, and then they just roll it down this little alley. And then once they come out of that cup, they never go to a different number. They just slide. So whatever numbers they are coming out of that cup, that's what numbers they're going to stay on. They're never, once they come out of that cup, I played this game over, I've seen probably over 1 million draws. They never flip or anything or turn once they come out of that cup. So whatever numbers come out of that cup, that's what the number is going to be. I'll let the dice roll one more time so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And I think this is kind of suspect. So you're going to shake them, boom, roll them. I've never, ever, 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 once they come out of that cup, I've never seen them go to different dice. All right? So I'm going to show you some screenshots of a lot of different scenarios in which I feel these games are nearly impossible to win. And these websites are very smart. You're not betting against a human being is what you think. You're betting against a computer who is clearly using algorithms to, just see what you're betting on, what your betting patterns are, what you bet on. And it seems like it just adjusts accordingly. So now some of the safer bets I do is I will bet, for instance, I might put $5. Let's say red has won maybe like 3 or 4 times in a row. So then I would put, for example, $5 on blue to win, and I would put even a few dollars on red to win as well. So like if I put $5 on blue to win, I would win 10. But if, let's say I put $3 on red to win just in case, so I don't lose everything. Or sometimes if I bet these, I might just bet, like how, for instance, 4 and 6 keep coming, right? So I would just bet on everything except 4 and 6. So I would bet 1, 2, 3, 5. And your odds with that, each number has pretty much a 16.6 chance of coming. So if you bet with 4 numbers, you pretty much have a 69 or 68% chance of winning. Yeah, so those are I pretty much stick with the safe routes. So, yeah, so let's get into it. And these are going to get more unbelievable as you go. I'm going to start off basic, and then just show you some reasons why I feel this game is kind of shaky. So right here, let's just focus on the blue dice. All right. Look at how they alternate. Starting here, just blue. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4. So not only do you have blue alternating back and forth with 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times perfectly, but you also have, like I said, how once I see 2 numbers keep coming, I'll just bet on the other 4 numbers. So not only do you have 3 and 4 alternating, which is kind of shaky, you also have only 3 and 4 coming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times straight. And excuse my dandruff. None of these results have been modified, or I haven't done anything. You can actually go back and, looking at these draw numbers, you can go back and verify these. So yeah, that was kind of shaky. So you have 3 and 4 winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and 2 numbers together pretty much have a 32% chance. So you have a 32% chance winning 7 times in a row. And you also have 3 and 4 alternating perfectly back to back. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 times. And by the way, all these results are that you're seeing, all these outcomes that I'm going to show you, these are times in which I lost. I'm not just going, I just didn't go back through all the results to find these. Each one of these that I'm going to show you, in some shape or fashion, is what caused me to lose. Okay. So now here, let's focus on just the red dice. Same thing happening again. And this is just a few days later. You got 6, 4, 6, 4, 4, 4. Okay. So now I'm going to show you another thing it does. It will combine streaks as well. So not only do you have only 6 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, coming 6 times in a row, which is again a 32% chance winning 6 times in a row compared to a 68% chance. You also have red winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row. So blue loses. Each color has a 1 in 3 chance of winning. So blue loses 6 times in a row. And also, you're going to notice that red is going to be even every time. And like I showed you earlier, the chances of odd and even are pretty much a 50% chance. Okay? So follow me here. Red winning, red winning, red winning, red winning, red winning, red winning. What we also have is even, 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 even. Sorry about that. Even and even. Okay? So this is from drawing 210 to 215, and we're going to continue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 even. We're leaving off at 215. 215, the next is 216. Even, 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 even. Gonna go again. Leave off at 220. Even, 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 even. Leave off at 225. Even, 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 even. No, odd. So it finally breaks the cycle there. So we go from 229, look at all of those, all the way to, we started at 210. So from drawing 210 to drawing 229, all even by red. No odd for 210 to 229 for 20 straight drawings. 20 straight drawings, no odd at all on the red dice. So that's a 50% chance of blue winning, of blue being an odd, of red being odd, losing 20 times straight. That is like taking a coin. Let's say you have a penny, and red has a 50% chance. Tails have a 50% chance of winning, and heads has a 50% chance winning. That is like you flipping a coin and it landing on heads 20 times in a row. Just think about that. Or try it. Take a coin and land on the same thing on the same 50% chance 20 times in a row. Okay, so that was August 18th, 9:25 in the morning. So let's go over one. Later that day, we have the flip-flop again. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Stops at 113, 113, 4, 5. So we go from 115, from 1-8 to 115, 8 drawings where it alternates perfectly. Same dice. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Leave off at 113. I'm sorry. Where was I? Leave off at 113. 4, 5. Okay. So I know y'all saying, okay, maybe this is just, just random, Maybe that's just how the dice roll. But I don't think you understand just how rare that is and how often things like this happen all the time on this game. And so I know another question you might have is, okay, boom. Once you see this happening, why don't you just start betting with the pattern? Which I've tried. And when you do that, it's never gonna do that. It's pretty much never gonna keep going as you wish. But it's going to keep showing you things like this to make you think that, hey, maybe you should bet on the pattern. But the average person, they're going to bet against that because you just don't believe things like this are just going to keep happening. Same day, but later on in the day, focus on the red. 3, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5. So we have the alternating again. And notice what you also have. All odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Odd wins 7 times straight. Again, so I know what you're thinking. Okay. Once you see odd come like 4 times, why don't you just start betting with odd? When you do that, it's not going to be odd. But when you bet against it, it's always just going to keep going and doing some of the most craziest things you've ever seen. So now it'll switch up the cycle and going from maybe all odds to all evens to other things like the other betting option I showed you to where it would be either 3, how it can be 3 or less or 4 and higher. So basically low numbers are 1, 2, 3. You could bet on it to be 1, 2, 3, which are the low numbers, or you could bet on it to be 4, 5, 6, which is a 50% chance. 1, 2, and 3, those are 3 out of 6 numbers, 50% chance. Or you could bet on it to be 4, 5, or 6, which would be a 50% chances also. So, okay, cool. So now pay attention to the red dice. It's not going to get higher than 3 for X amount of times. So you're not going to see 4, 5, or 6, which have a 50% chance of coming for let's see how many times. Not going to get higher than 3. Starting off at 5 at drawing number 531. Last 3, 531. 3 or lower. 3 or lower. Or let's just say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Not higher than 3. Not higher. Or I'm sorry. Okay, my last time. Let's call 1, 2, and 3 low, and let's call 4, 5, and 6 high. Okay? Low, 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 low. We're leaving off at 536. Low, low, leaving off at 538. Low, low, low. All right. So from 540
Power off.
from 531 to 540, all low. Low, 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 low. And then look at this. It'll put streaks together. Look at how many times red came consecutively. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from 538, 31 to 38. No, from 540, from 31 to 40. That's 10 times in a row. That's 10 times in a row, a 50% chance loss. No 4, 5, or 6. And then in that same streak, you got the same number coming 5 times in a row. So after like 3 or 4 times, you're betting, hey, a high is going to come. High doesn't come. High doesn't come. High doesn't come. Bet on how to come. It doesn't come. And then you might see this, and you just might bet on any number except 2. So you might bet on 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because you keep seeing 2. 5 times in a row. Same number. So now we're at September 13th on 10:17 in the morning. And look what we got again. Just look at the blue dice. Odd, 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 odd. Leave off at 531. Odd, 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 odd. Leave off at 535. Odd, 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 odd. So from 526 to 539, 14 straight drawings, all odd. So that's even losing 14 straight times. And then just like within the other one, you have an odd number coming 4 times in a row. But I think the other one was 5 times in a row. Same day, about 30 to 40 minutes later, here we go again. Odd, 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 odd. Leave off at 606. Odd. So a slightly shorter one. Still got your little three-peat here. So from 601 to 607, not that bad. 7 times in a row, all odd. So now we're at the next day. And let's see what we got here. Let's focus on blue dice only. Off the rip, same number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row. Same number. Not impossible, but not coming. Also notice this. Blue 4, red 5. Blue 4, red 5. 4, 4. 4, 4. Same combination. Same combination. Same combination from here. And then they'll combine the streaks. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got the same number coming 6 times in a row. And what else? They're all high. Either 4, 5, or 6. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row. A 50% chance. 7 times in a row. And look how many times. And notice this. It's just 4 and 5 for blue, right? Look how many times 4 and 5 show up. 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 4 and 5. Same day, a few hours later. What do we got here? Check the blue dice. We got the alternating 4, 6, 4, 6. Only 4 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Only 4 and 6. What do you also have? All high. 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 What do you also have? All even. 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 So no matter what you're betting on, it can combine these streaks. It's just going to find out what you're betting on, and then it's going to adjust. And then it's just going to show you some of the most craziest stuff, and you're going to bet. So probably after here, I'm betting it's going to be odd. Or if I'm not betting it's going to be odd, I'm betting it's going to be any other number besides 4 or 6. So you have a 32% chance, because each number has a 16% chance of winning. So if you just take 4 and 6, 32% chance winning, beating 68. 32 chance beating 68. 32% beating 68. 32% beating 68. 32% beating 68. 32% chance beating 68. And then again, you have just 4 and 6 mainly come with blue. 4, 6. 6, 4. 4, 6. And then double 4s. And this goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, leave off at 997 to 998. So from 9, and then 6, 4 again, actually. Just staying on 6 and 4. So from 992, to 998. Not only all even, only 6 and 4. 7 times in a row. Same day, a few hours later. What do we have here? Blue, all lows. Right? From 86 to 91. Nothing over 3. And then what do you also have? Red winning, red winning, red winning, tie, red winning, red winning. So not only does blue not go over 3 for 6 times in a row, it also loses 6 times in a row. So you have a 50% chance losing 6 times in a row. And you also have a 1 in 3 chance losing 6 times in a row. And so what we have here, same day. 3 numbers with 1 in between every time. 1, 6, 1, 5, 1, 5. Leave off at 56. Oh, no, let's start at 49. 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 5. Leave off at 54. 1, 5. So just 3 numbers, 50% chance, and 1 coming in between each one. What are the chances of that? Also, very next day. And another thing is like, This is how it seems to me that they just watch what you keep betting or watch what your betting patterns are, and then they just adjust. Very next day. And like I said, all of these combinations, each one of these results that I'm showing you from these times is what made me lose. So now, look what we have here. Look at the blue dice. Odd, 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 odd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all odd. What do you also have? Only 1 and 3. No numbers. Focus on the blue dice. No numbers besides 1 and 3. So you got a 32% chance winning. You got a 32% chance beating. Oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second. You have a 32% chance beating a 68% chance 7 times in a row. You have a 50% chance, no even and odd, they both have a 50% chance of coming. You have a 50% chance losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row, all odd. What do you also have? Same number, 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got all odd. We're leaving off at 633. 633. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Leave off at 633. 8. 8 times in a row. Oh no, I'm sorry. We got a 6 right there. So that's not right. But just here alone, like, what are the chances of this? All odd, same 2 numbers, and then the same 1 number 4 times in a row. So once you keep seeing 3 and 1, I would bet with 2, 4, 5, and 6 to win. Nope. 32% chance beating the 68% chance. 7 times in a row. With the same number coming 4 times in a row. Same day, a little later. So now we're going to go on a different kind of streak. So remember when I showed you could bet on which dice to win, either red dice or blue dice, or draw. And each one has a 1 in 3 chance to win. So pretty much a 33% chance. Okay? Red loses, red loses, red loses, red loses. Tie, but still technically red losing, because if you used to bet on red to lose, I mean, if you was to bet on red to win, you would still lose this because it's a tie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 red losses. We're leaving off at 36. Red lose, red lose, red lose, red lose, red lose. Leaving off at 41. Red lose, red loses, red loses, red lose. Leaving off at 45. Red loses, red loses, red loses. So stopped at 48. So from drawing 331 to drawing 348, That's 18 times in a row. 18 times in a row. Red lost. Red has a 1 in 3 chance of winning. Loses 18 times in a row. And look at what helps it lose. Another streak within the streak. Low. Low. And when I say low, I mean 1, 2, 3. You don't see 4, 5, or 6. Red low. 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 Leave off at 41. Low. 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 Leave off at 45. Low. So another streak within the streak from 46. And even though it won right here, it's still low. All low. Red doesn't go above 3. It has a 50% chance of being a 4, 5, and 6. From 349. All low. All low. To 337. From drawing 337 to 349. It finally ends here. That's 13 drawings. 13 drawings in a row of 50% chance loses. So I know once you may be thinking, okay, well, hey, after red loses like maybe 5 or 6 times in a row, why don't you just start betting with blue to win? Because it seems like blue's going to keep winning. Whenever you do that, the streak will stop. But whenever you keep betting against these streaks, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep going.